I'm Chris Edwards and welcome to this week's Tennis Warehouse vlog, week 2 of our playtester picks. I'm going to jump straight in with my first choice, and it's my favorite shoe to wear right now. It's the ASICS Gel Resolution 9. I've been a huge fan of the Gel Res series of shoes, and I think this is the best yet. Better than the 4 and the 5, which I was in love with. They've been good ever since, and I think this one just takes it to an even higher level. I really like the locked-in feel I get from this shoe. I sit very low to the ground in it, and it's the shoe I can trust the most when I'm defending, and that's when I look to my footwear to really help out my game. When I'm attacking and being confident, that's when I kind of want my racket to take over. But when I'm scrambling around the court and I need something secure in my feet, I can't think of anything better than that. And then also got a little bit of vintage for you as well, because I like to keep the vintage page rocking here at T-Dub. And this is the Tad Davis High Point. Beautiful craftsmanship on this racket. Always been a fan of the look of the Tad Davis. I love the butt cap, everything about them, the way the shaft is sculpted. So really nice playing wooden racket. It'd be a great one to string up and get out there and hit. Just be careful not to catch it on the ground when you do so you don't destroy the beauty of this racket. Okay, next up, let's check in with Michelle.
Thanks, Chris. I am giving you guys a bit of a sneak peek of the new Wilson Pro Staff 97 version 14. I didn't want to like this racket, but I am loving this racket. This one comes in very similar in spec to the RF97. It just has that lower static weight, and once I started hitting with it, it felt so comfortable and it felt solid, and it just felt like going home, except it's a little bit of an easier hitting experience compared to that heftier RF97. So you're gonna have to stay tuned for our playtest review. That will be coming out on February 17th. I'm very excited for you guys to check that out. And then my next pick is going to be Solinco Hyper G. Truth be told, I had a chance to string up that Pro Staff 97, how I like it, with Hyper G at 57 pounds. I know, don't cringe too much. But once I got my string set up in there with these strings, it was amazing, absolute heaven. And these strings remind me exactly of how I like my string bed to feel. Tons of control, it allows me to hit out, but I still feel really connected to the shot. So Solinco Hyper G is a popular string for a reason, and it's one of my favorites for sure. Now let's check in with Mark Boone.
I heard we were doing another play tester picks today. I didn't have much time. It didn't take me much time to choose the Shift, the 315 gram version of the new Wilson racket. Really enjoyed this racket. It's weighing in at about 11.7 strung. It's got a kind of a high RA on it, so you're definitely getting energy return off of this. And to control the whole situation, you've got a nice tight 18 by 20 string bed. This one's laced up with ALU power. Admittedly, I'm gonna go with what Michelle said. She really enjoys the Hyper G. I think it makes practically every racket play a little bit better. It's got an edge on it. But this racket overall is just very versatile, heavy enough to be very stable, but yet maneuverable enough to kind of, if I'm gonna play twice in one day or have long points and long matches, definitely a racket to check out. Very similar to the Speed Pro, but again, with a little tighter pattern. Overall, a great racket. And next, there doesn't seem to be any shortage of cold weather, which is why I'm all zipped up right now. It's even kind of chilly in the studio. But we have the Tennis Warehouse Longboard Crew sweatshirt. I really enjoy this one. It's about 50% polyester and about 35% cotton. So it will shrink a little bit, but the elastane in the polyester is going to keep it in the same shape through multiple dry and wash cycles. Just a great addition. I wear this one to the court, warm up on the court and off the court as well.
Thanks, Mark. I'm also a big fan of that Tennis Warehouse sweatshirt. But for my picks today, I got a racket that we recently play tested, the update to the T-Fight 315. This one has the ISOFlex technology built in. So what I found with that is the string bed, it feels like it has a bit bigger of a sweet spot, so a little more forgiving. And this racket actually has a pretty high stiffness rating, but it doesn't feel like it when I make contact. It actually feels relatively plush and comfortable for having such a high stiffness rating. So overall, I'm really digging this. I was a big fan of the TF40 315, but the added stiffness of this one gives me a little easier pop, energy return on the ball, and it also feels rock solid and stable at the net. So really finding good precision and a great balance of power, control, and spin from the openly spaced 16-19 pattern. So next item I got up is another item we recently play tested, the new Adidas Cybersonic. Really loving this shoe. I think it's the perfect balance as far as weight goes. Oftentimes I find with really lightweight shoes, like say maybe the Ubersonic from Adidas. They're just a little too minimal, not enough support, and not enough cushion. And this one, it just really hits the mark for me. I really like the glove-like fit. It kind of has like a built-in booty sleeve type of feel, and it just hugs my foot really, really well. So I know it's got a premium price tag, but it feels premium on my foot. So I'm really digging that.
Thanks, Troy. Okay, let's check in with the team in Atlanta now for their picks.
Thanks, Chris. I want to share a couple of Tennis Warehouse items. First, I want to share this Tennis Warehouse long sleeve sweatshirt. It definitely has kept me warmed and bundled up throughout this winter season. Super comfortable, definitely check it out. Next, I want to talk about a couple of Tennis Warehouse items that you could use to customize your rackets. We have Tennis Warehouse Tungsten Putty, which is excellent to add additional weight towards the handle of a racket to make it a little bit more headlight. And we also have Tennis Warehouse Tungsten Tape, which you could use to add additional weight towards the top of the head or anywhere in the hoop of the racket. Excellent for additional customization and speccing out your frame to your liking. Finally, I want to highlight the Wilson Minions court lines. I love the design with the Minion characters on it. I will definitely be using these to motivate my cousins to play a little bit more tennis.
Hi, I'm Austin, and these are my playtester picks. The current string of choice that I've been using these days is actually Technifiber Black Code 16 gauge. It's classified as a soft polyester, similar to what you might find in an RPM Blast or an ALU Power. And I find as a 5-sided textured polyester, it gives me all of the bite that I'm looking for in a still muted but comfortable package. We've been putting this string in a lot of our sample rackets to play test, and I really gotta say that I've been enjoying the string. Next up, we've got the Nike Advantage hat. The hat also features laser perforations as well as a shortened bill, which allows for kind of the most ergonomic shade for your face when you're playing tennis, I've found. And it's just a really comfortable piece to have as an accessory out on the court. Lastly, I've chosen a few tennis books as my last playtester pick. While the pro season has started out in Australia, we still have a few gray, colder months to deal with out here in the Northern Hemisphere, and so it's a great time to pick up a quick read. We have options ranging from fitness books aimed at getting a conditioning regimen started, all the way to autobiographical picks from pros like Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi, that there's a wide range of reads that you can pick up here at Tennis Warehouse.
Thanks, guys. Well, that's all we've got for this week's version of Playtester Picks. We'll catch you next time.